What's up, lovely YouTube family? I would love to welcome you back to our YouTube channel for today's topic. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell to be updated on new content that you should not miss out on. Guns have been made in different prototypes, and it's weird to think that some of them may actually be ugly. This brings us to our discussion today: the ugliest handguns ever made. There are so many, but we'll be focusing on these 10 only. Stick with me as I show you some of them. Top 10 Ugliest Handguns Ever Made. Number 10. PM Arthur T. Besides the shape of this gun, the general appearance makes it look awkwardly ugly. Some gun lovers have concluded that this particular gun is a huge switch-off for them. But why though? The gun is described as a firearm that was created in this way, joining a socket wrench and a hot glue gun. This description is not spellbinding at all and makes you wonder if the producers were on something when actually releasing it into the market. These are among the few reasons that show why this gun is appearing on this list. Number 9. Taurus 85NV. A majority of people still don't believe that this gun actually exists because it began as speculation. I'm sure that the size and appearance of this gun are not appealing to the eyes of many, and it is very much understandable. For someone who has come into contact with a lot of guns, we understand that this gun may be a disappointment to them, because how do you use such a small gun to fire at your enemies or even when you go hunting? That would obviously be a great challenge to gun lovers. Despite all these, Taurus has released it into the market, and you can get yourself one if it is riveting to you. Number 8. FN57. This gun has a very ugly shape and color too. Once these two are not that engrossing, then honestly, what's the point really? Another disheartening fact about this gun is that it has a lot of plastic in it. Well, this comes as a shocker because a lot of guns are covered in metals and not plastic. For gun lovers, they understand the feeling, and when holding this particular gun, it really doesn't feel like a real one. Well guys, what do you really think about a real gun being covered in plastic? Comment on this. I want to know your ideas and thoughts. Clearly, the manufacturer of this particular gun didn't understand the assignment. He overdid his work in an unpleasant way. Number 7. Taurus Curve. Ever since the gun was introduced into the firearm arena, it has faced a lot of opposition from various gun lovers and fans. The opposition mainly occurred just because the gun lacks some traditional looks, and honestly, there is really no problem with that. In my opinion, the gun has pretty amazing features and is cool in some type of way that is very riveting. But again, everyone has their own perspective, and what do you have to say about this? Please let me know in the comment section below. People are just urged to open their eyes and see the great potential of this gun. Guys, we're still on for more handguns. Keep watching and stay glued to our channel. Number 6. Zip 22. For this gun, a lot of people are not familiar with it. Looking at the gun, it has a very awkward appearance that seems more of an old toy or a machinery type, especially for carpentry work. The majority of people don't like it because they think that the owner of these guns is a complete scoundrel, especially after he convinced the people to agree to his proposal of selling them the parts of his firearms. Since this time, a lot of people have a pure resentment towards him because they think that was not good, especially after they had gone on to purchase that gun. Number 5. The Deer Gun. The Deer Gun is also a pistol. It was created in the 20th century for the same reason, for war purposes. In a war, besides the tactics, you need the weapons to fight back at your foes. Aside from that, this gun has a more absurd appearance than the others. Some people have described it as something that you would put in your garden or orchard. In terms of functionality, it is just the same with the FP45 Liberator. It is believed that this gun really didn't serve the expected purpose. Sure thing is that this has been one of the weirdest handguns in the firearms arena. We're progressing well, and please don't go anywhere. Watch to the end. Number 4. Shattuck Unique. From the unique name, we actually expect something unique, and guys, believe it or not, this is actually a very unique gun. The miniature used to contemplate it is riveting, but it appears strange to some people. The Shattuck has 4 dentures at the gun's tip. To be honest, this is a rare gun and has not been spotted so easily. It is like a very special gem. The gun was designed by the famous Oscar, who later on started up his own company, and this was a very big win for him. Some of the gun's features include double action trigger, hinged barrel assembly, and lash at the 12 o'clock position. Oscar confirmed that this firearm could even be fired when it's inside the pocket, and guys, how amazing and perplexing is this really? The firearm had a large block in the trigger on the pistol side. This made the firearms to be held in a horizontal position rather than the vertical one. No type of mechanism can be able to outdo the mind-blowing features of this firearm. Guys, we can agree that despite the strange appearance of this firearm, it was very spellbinding and the uniqueness was up to the mark. Number 3. Dartic Model 1500. This gun is considered to have a very cartoon and childish look. Believe me, guys, it has a very thin body on the outside that makes you wonder how exactly a bullet would pass through there. The Dartic model was innovated back in the 50s by someone named David Dartic. On top of that, he even invented the Dartic Tround. This particular gun was contemplated in a way that it had to be fired out of an open-chamber revolver miniature. Over very many decades, this gun has been made over and over again, but there hasn't been a rebranding or anything, which is so obvious that guns maintain their appearances for decades unless the company decides otherwise. Number 2. FP-45 Liberator. This particular gun is considered the front runner of the ugliest firearm in the firearms arena. The FP-45 Liberator has actually been chambered in 45 ACK, and this is the origin of the gun's name. Well guys, back in the 19th century, this gun cost about $2.15. This was very cheap to afford. It was created mainly for World War II long before some of us came into existence. Looking at this gun, you may think that it is not that strong to be used by Army members. This gun was produced by the US Army in plenty just for the protection of their soldiers and even some people. Another riveting fact about this gun is that it was psychological. But how? Well, keep watching to find out. The US Army hoped to leave a lot of the guns to their adversaries so that they wouldn't be able to recover all of them. They wanted them to keep looking behind their backs for the rest of their lives. Nowadays, this gun costs about $1,000 and clearly old as gold, as you can see here. Number 1. Mapa Auto Revolver MTR-8. Mapa is more of a Glock gun, and it has appeared in a lot of movies. I'm so sure that a lot of you have been able to see it frequently, only that you didn't know its name. This particular gun shoots the .38 Special, which makes it worth the shot, you know. But the 3-pound weight is something that is raising an alarm, because who the hell would want that? This is raising eyebrows to many gun lovers, and this makes them consider their choice when it comes to purchasing it. There are other replicas that also have this unpleasant look, but some people truly love this particular gun. It is one of the most expensive guns. Guys, you're not ready for this one, but the gun actually costs a mind-blowing $2,500. I know, this is really a lot of money to purchase a gun. Conclusion: we have been able to see that you shouldn't judge the book by its own cover, because some of these guns are actually very good guns despite their unpleasant appearance. On the other hand, other guns in this list are more useless. Owning a gun is one thing and choosing a good gun is another thing. Go for quality stuff and see how they are long-lasting and very durable. Personally, I would recommend you get one of the Remington shotguns, especially if you're targeting a good gun that will last longer. I hope this information will be of help to you. Finally, we have come to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to comment your opinions about this video in the comment section below. It has been a pleasure once again. See you